Okay, Ramblers, let's get rambling.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Some Dumb Guy returns. You ready for part 2 of GRUV? Let's groove, shall we?
Groovy.
Part 1, I went through 11 titles. Should have planned that a little bit better. So part 1, 11 titles to browse through. I've got some left. I should have made a better effort to split those in half so we'd be a little more balanced. But you know what? Who cares? It's all good. Just wanted to break it up so they weren't excessively long because 'tis my habit. Blu-ray Bind By. I missed this one in the theater. I think this one actually came out in the theaters shortly after all the COVID lockdowns ended and theaters reopened. I saw the trailer. I was interested. I just didn't make it. And my insert is torn in like 3 different places on this. I might have to reach out to GRUV and say, can you send me a replacement? Because this is not their fault. It shouldn't have gone through on their end, but this is all under the shrink wrap. Blind By Blu-ray, Jason Statham's Wrath of Man. See this tear here, and a little tear here in this corner as well. I need a good Jason Statham movie to go with my copy of Beekeeper for my homemade 2-pack. And Working Man sure didn't cut it. This is a Guy Ritchie film. That at least lends some degree of hope, credibility to the possibility that this will be decent. I sure hope this isn't a duplicate. The next one's a 4K Blind By, and it's one that, as you've seen me do many times, it's come and gone in my cart and GRUV repeatedly when it goes on a good sale, and I hopefully ultimately end up yanking it out, not pulling the trigger. I want to say I'm sure I checked on Blu-ray.com in my inventory, my library rather, to make sure I didn't own it prior to pulling the trigger, because I've almost made that mistake a few times. This is a Korean film, 2016. I feel like I'm going in deja vu status now because this has got 20th Century Fox printed on the back of it. And I know I've had this conversation on an unboxing video before because GRUV doesn't deal with 20th Century Fox. GRUV is Universal, and they distribute Warner Brothers on their behalf. And doesn't say anything about Universal or Warner Brothers anywhere on this packaging. It just says 20th Century Fox. I really want to know that, but this is a complete deja vu. So you know what? Chances are I already bought this and forgot to document it or something. Part 2 of investigation after my damaged one here that I got to deal with. But this is the 4K of The Wailing. It's like a Korean horror film or a thriller of some kind. I remember reading a synopsis on it, but I don't remember any details, and I don't want to reread it because I'd rather go in blind, whether I have 1 copy or 2. I want to go hunting. I've got a table over here. I've got a stack of my Asian films that I have to look at, and it will be there if it's anywhere. This is another one, actually, I was really shocked I hadn't purchased yet. I'm really shocked. I went looking around, checked my library on Blu-ray.com to make sure, and surprisingly it was not there. But you all know this film, and I don't know how I didn't have it. It is Caddyshack. It is the one, the only. I mean, yeah, I know there's a Caddyshack too, but I've never seen it. The Snobs Against the Slobs. Gophers and Baby Ruth bars. Was it Baby Ruth? Yeah, I think it was Baby Ruth. Chevy Chase, Bill Murray, Rodney Dangerfield, and Snob Dude. What's Snob Dude's name? Is it Ted Knight, Michael O'Keefe? Those are names I don't actually recognize. Kenny Loggins soundtrack. That never goes wrong. I thought this had a 4K release, and when I looked it up, after seeing this on GRUV, I found it doesn't, because I thought, you know what, I'll get the 4K if there is one, and surprisingly not. I have only seen the slightest bits and pieces of this movie, usually on television, network TV, flipping through channels back in the day. But this is from 1984, and all these decades, I've never sat down to watch it all, and I need to change that. It is 16 Candles. This might actually be the only John Hughes film I really didn't own. And I mean, official John Hughes film, not like one he wrote, not directed. Molly Ringwald, Anthony Michael Hall, some other recognizable faces. Hubba, 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 I think was a line for that. Next, Blu-ray Blind Buy. This is a 2-movie collection. It is a film and its remake, so a 1934 and a 1959 version in one. I thought that was interesting. The first starring Claudette Colbert, the second starring Lana Turner. I adore Claudette Colbert, but I swear sometimes those 1930s eyebrows, I don't know who advised women that this was a good idea or that it was attractive. To pluck those suckers down into pencil fineness, that does not work. Look at Lana Turner's eyebrows by comparison. And yeah, I know what I prefer. I know which of the ladies I prefer, but we've got I get her with her eyebrows. Okay, that'd be good. Complete blind buy on these. I have never even heard of either of these films until recently. I stumbled across it on Amazon, I think. Added it to the wish list. Just kind of sat on it, didn't really even pay any attention to it, and it came up on sale on GRUV. I'm like, hey, I remember that, and I went over and checked the comparison pricing, and GRUV sale was really good. I'm probably going to regret this last one. In fact, I'm pretty confident of it, but at the price, I'm thinking, you know what, I'm willing to gamble and take a chance just for nostalgia reasons. You'll see why in a minute for people of a proper age. This is the rebooted Saved by the Bell season 1. I don't know if it ever went beyond that, but this is the sequel. Saved by the Bell, then the Saved by the Bell college years, and then this, not to be confused with the Saved by the Bell continuation, next class, new class, however many classes there were over the years. I don't know how that show kept running with Principal Belding and Screech exclusively to hold it together. Holy crap. I checked it out a couple times and I swear it fell apart, but look at that. Yeah, the old gang right there. So somehow that's all going to feature. I did read the synopsis about it, so I understand a little bit, and we'll see. I keep an open. Oh. Think I went focus. Yeah, here I am. I keep an open mind, you know. That's what we do here. That's why we blind buy so much. You can't do that if you don't keep an open mind. Anyway, that's it. We're done. Parts 1, part 2 are grooved. We are. What'd you think? Got anything to say about my choices, part 1 or 2? Did you pick up anything for your own personal library? Expand the options to watch? Let me know. We have the word box open and available. As always, yep, I hear crickets. You gonna silence them? Or you gonna let them keep chirping? That's up to you. Thank you for joining me once again, and I shall see you next time. Good night to all.
Alan.